So let's ask a Celtics fan how she feels about these start times. She is Lucy Burdge. She is a BetQL writer. Find her on Twitter at Lucille Burdge. Lucy, your Celtics are in the NBA Finals, which should be a joyous moment. But then we saw these start times. How do you feel about 9 p.m. tip-offs?
Yeah, I'm going to join you in that complaining corner there, Chelsa, because I saw these start times and I just thought, I hope the Celtics finish this off in 4 games so we don't have to watch 7 games that start at 9 p.m. Start these games at noon. That's what I say. Midday basketball, replay them at 9 to just, appease those people that are like, okay, well, advertising at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. We are too old for this. I know you guys wake up way too early for this to happen. 9 p.m. is ridiculous. Oh, 8 p.m. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for making that one a little bit earlier on a Sunday. No, 9 p.m. way too late for anything to start. Especially a basketball game that runs, 3+ hours possibly with all the post-game material and trophy ceremonies for no. 9 p.m. is way too late. Start the games at noon. That's what I say.
God, this is a great, that would be the best ever. I'd be in bed every day by like 4:30. But it was a full day. I had a couple drinks, I watched the game. I'm going to bed. It's a full day right there.
Amazing. And if you tweet about the score of the game or anything that happens in the game before 9 p.m., right to jail. That's it. That's your punishment. And then that's how it will work. You can't tweet anything until after 9 p.m. But that's the sacrifice you make.
That's an easy sacrifice to make. We're talking to Lucy Burdge, host of Back to the Futures, each Sunday night on BetQL. So since we're talking about the NBA, I want to ask you about the Celtics. And earlier in this show, Lucy, Chelsea and I were making our case for Boston because, of course, everyone's going to be on the Warriors, and I get that. So here is your platform. Make the case for your Boston Celtics.
There is so much energy behind them. I see every video I see of Jaylen Brown, Kyle Lowry at the end of the Heat series saying, go effing win it. Jaylen Brown texting Kobe Bryant, I got you today. I teared up seeing that a little bit. You get chills watching these videos. They really think that they can do it. And there's bulletin board material here because Draymond Green, when he said we want to face the Celtics because he doesn't want to face the Celtics, he was trying to jinx them. So Draymond Green, bozo of the week here for trying to jinx them. And then it flips back on him. How the turntables have turned here, as Michael Scott would say. So I think Draymond Green, bozo of the week, and he'll be sorry. And I think that's what the Celtics are thinking. We want to make them sorry. There's a little bit of, not beef, but there was a moment years ago with Steph Curry and Jaylen Brown, when Jaylen Brown was a rookie, and Steph Curry made some kind of gesture at him after beating him to the basket. It was a whole thing. So I think they're little things that are really they have chips on their shoulder, and they know that they are good enough to be here. They know that they got through the Bucks, the Heat, and now they're facing Steph Curry and the Warriors. They know they are one of 2 best teams in basketball right now. And I think that is going to propel them through this series.
I think it does kind of feel like that. Like, it's not something that you see in the numbers, but you see a team that comes down the stretch since the All-Star break, hottest team in basketball, and it seems like the chemistry just really is clicking at the right moment. And then looking at the Warriors, it seems like they're a little complacent. And all we hear about is championship DNA. And we get it. They won a bunch of finals. It's fine. And looking at the Celtics, they have 0 games of NBA Finals experience, but it's been a battle-tested road to get here. But we've had this discussion on the show about NBA Finals MVP. If you do think the Celtics win it, who do you think wins Finals MVP? Obviously, the favorite is Jason Tatum. Do you think that's the play, or do you think there's value elsewhere?
I wish I had a splashy pick, but I mean, it has to be Jason Tatum. If you look at everything he's done, I mean, his son induced Tatum on the sideline. There's so much chemistry that Jason Tatum brings to this team that not only the numbers and the 30+ point games that he has put up, but the off the court stuff and even the photo of him boarding the plane after the game, all of the energy that he brings and the chemistry that he has brought to this team, he has to be the MVP. I mean, Marcus Smart, I guess, would be a longer shot if you're looking for longer shots, but say the Celtics win. Yeah, I mean, it has to be Jason Tatum.
We're talking to Lucy Burdge. You can find her on Twitter at Lucille Burdge. She's host of Back to the Futures each Sunday night on BetQL. Okay, I want to ask you about baseball, but before that, I want to transition to something else, and let's see if I can do that. If you're talking about the Celtics, you could say that Jason Tatum is their top gun. And the reason why I say that is because yesterday on Twitter, we could not believe this. As a crew, Lucy, we couldn't believe this.
Okay.
You have never seen a Tom Cruise movie ever. Is this true, and what is happening?
This is true. I was talking to somebody about Tom Cruise movies and realized, wait, about Top Gun. And I was like, wait, I have never seen a Tom Cruise movie. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how, first of all, my mom let this happen. Huge Tom Cruise fan. She was like, you should see, Top Gun. I was like, okay, where were you when, I was watching movies growing up, movies for the first time and discovering cinema? No, never saw Top Gun, never saw a Tom Cruise movie. And the people tweeting back were like, what about Outsiders? What about Vanilla Sky? Or what about all that? No, I have never seen a Tom Cruise movie. Like, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, forgot about that one. No, totally saw that. I definitely saw Jerry Maguire. No, I have still have not seen a Tom Cruise movie. And I don't know, should I keep it that way or should I watch all of them?
I think you should at least try one because there are some good ones. But what's with people like crucifying someone for not seeing movies? People act like you have killed a puppy when when you say something like, "Oh, I've only seen one Star Wars." People get so mad. We're talking about movies. Who cares?
I could be like, "Oh, you've never seen a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie? I've seen all of them." Excuse me? You never saw Britney Spears in Crossroads? I did. Like 10 times. So sorry, people. No, I've never seen a Tom Cruise movie, but yes, I have seen every Mary-Kate and Ashley movie that has ever been made.
Well, my girlfriend said to me last week, she goes, "You've never seen Steel Magnolias?" I'm like, that's a weird thing to call somebody out on. Like,
another one I've never seen.
I haven't seen it either. Like, people, if you haven't seen a certain movie that people love, they just cannot fathom it. So let me ask you this. What is a group of movies besides Mary-Kate and Ashley, classic, that you've seen that you would blow people's minds if you admitted on the show?
Maybe Melissa Joan Hart movies. I went through a huge Sabrina the Teenage Witch phase. So Melissa Joan Hart she was in Drive Me Crazy, and there was another one of those teen movie, great movie. She and Britney Spears best friends, and she was in the music video for that song. So yeah, maybe people don't know that. So there you go, people. Some fun facts that I could crucify people who don't know that for. What's better, a set of Mary-Kate and Ashley movies or a set of Tom Cruise movies? I don't know. I mean, go to Grandma's House or Two of a Kind or, something. Billboard Dad. Billboard Dad was a great piece of cinema.
What?
And I bet very few people have seen Billboard Dad or Switching Goals or Passport to Paris or Winning London or Our Lips Are Sealed. So there you go, people. Go watch a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie or two and get back to
The only thing I read about Billboard Dad, which I think sort of says everything, is it's a 1998 American direct-to-video film. So there you go.
Many direct-to-video, also Adam Sandler movies. I know a lot of people have probably seen those, but that's a group of movies I was very into.
Yeah, but those were good ones. I think a lot of us can agree that those were good ones. All right, so we've got to roast you for the Red Sox for a hot minute because they lost, 10-0 to the Orioles last night? What's going on?
They also won 12 to whatever to them, but people forget after Rich Hill's performance. I am going to also join you in the Rich Hill complaining corner because what happened to Rich Hill so this is my thought at the beginning of that game. What's going on with Rich Hill? He's old. That's the thing. He's 42. So you can expect this, but it was they go to his face and he looks just completely gassed. He's just like, there's no energy. Yes, but he has had some good starts at 42 years old. This one not being one of them to the Orioles. So it was a really tough spot to finish off a great weekend in Boston. And he just completely Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Day, everyone's celebrating the sacrifices that people have made for this country. And Rich Hill just completely ruins it for everybody at home against the Orioles. And it was that weekend where I was walking around seeing duck boat tours. And as the duck boats go by, thinking which one, Jason Tatum will be on, which one Jaylen Brown will be on. And then the Red Sox game and you're like, great. And this country and everything. Rich Hill just completely ruins the whole game. So It's a tough spot, but I mean the Red Sox they're not out of it. They're not completely done for the season. It's only May still, almost June. I'm gonna be saying, oh, it's only August. It's September. They're still, but you know what? You got to keep the faith always, and just say, you know what, we'll get him today, get him tomorrow, and that's really all there is to it at this point, because offensively they are meshing. They're coming together. I mean, you look at it's exciting to watch Trevor Story. It's exciting to watch Devers, and then the pitching and the bullpen, and you see these names of Strahm going on the COVID list and Sawamura coming in, and the tweet reactions are not great because there's no faith in the bullpen right now. And I was at the Red Sox game on Friday, and you look at the score and you're like, who in the world is pitching right now? This is awful. So game 6 with the Celtics on Friday night was not great, because I was at the Red Sox game, left that to go watch the Celtics at a Boston bar to watch the Celtics lose. So that was not great. So if the Red Sox can pick it up and kind of mirror the Celtics as they go through the finals, that would be great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but that's how the Red Sox are. They're either winning World Series or playing in the ALCS, or they're the absolute worst team in the league.
Yes,
that is,
they are a team of extremes.
Right. If you've watched the Red Sox movie series, you would know that, because that's how the Red Sox are. That's all we have time for. Lucy Burdge. She is on Twitter at Lucille Burdge, host of Back to the Futures each and every Sunday night right here on BetQL. Lucy, best of luck to your Red Sox. They're going to need it.
I appreciate it. And still, we believe the Boston Red Sox movie from 2003 or 4 was a great flick.
Oh, yeah. One of the best. One that everyone needs to see. Even though it broke my heart when Johnny Damon went to the Reds, or the Yankees.
The Yankees, yeah. That was a tough go. But, what can you do?